Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to FPL Don't Panic. It is Monday afternoon here in New Zealand. I have had 2 sleepless nights, watching a lot of football, and not a lot of that football made me happy. It is what it is. I'm going to make this just a quick review of the game week so far, a quick look at my bus team, and then I'm going to try and come up with a funny pun for Wood, and the sadness that I feel over my decision. Right, let's get into it. It's not going to make the pain any less. And to be honest with you, I'm not even sure if it is. How painful is it? I don't know. I mean, I knew this was going to be a painful week. I didn't have a triple captain. We knew the Salah triple captainers were coming for us. I was happy enough with my team going out, just prepared, just that I was going to take some pain this week, but could hopefully make it up in the coming weeks, because I've got a very clear plan set out on the road towards game week 29, and the team that I want out by then, roughly the transfers that I'll need. A really nice clear plan. I like a nice clear plan. And then of course we got that the double announcement that really throws everything. It really throws everything into chaos. Absolutely everything into chaos. Both now and probably in the coming game weeks, as well as need to make decisions. We'll talk about that in the bus team, what the transfer decisions may or may not be. But yeah, 79. Now, as I think in my predictions, I'm just going back to it. I think my prediction said something like 67. So if we take Arnie's 10 points off there, that's just about right. But obviously, Palmer's still to come. That if he goes well, might gain me a couple of places. But his ownership is so high, it means little or nothing, really. It means little or nothing. Let's talk about the good, anyways. The Pickford, that was great. Yeah, 9-pointer out of Pickford was obviously really happy with that. Getting an assist in literally the first 10 seconds. Couldn't believe it when it came up. It's just a shame that he didn't get into the boat, because he had hardly any saves in that match. And for anyone that did go with the Moyes. The Moyes pick as your assistant manager, well done, but it ain't over yet. I mean, this is so even at the moment. Obviously, Liverpool came up with a 2-0, so 12 points, 10 points. But I tell you what, if Moyes does come up and gets a result against Liverpool, as I kind of fancy they might, very, very well done. Let's see how that plays out. Game week is not over. I think that's the thing. I've had a drop from about 270 to 307. I probably would have totally taken that at the end of the week. At the beginning of the week, with the triple captains coming in. But the assistant manager chip, it just changed everything. We were all panicking in some way, shape, or form as to the right thing to do. Anyway, back to the point in hand. Pickford, yeah, fantastic, and obviously he's got another game to come, and again, it's going to be one of those ones that I'm not sure what I want him to do. Because obviously, if he does well, it could mean that Slot's done well. My hands. It's going to be what it's going to be. We'll just see how it plays out. Yeah, Hull and Newcastle were terrible. I don't really. Yeah, I mean, in my plans out to game week 29, I will be removing Gordon's obviously already gone. I brought a Dango in for him that was going to play this week, but I needed to make sure I could do that move before Gordon dropped and before Dango went up. And various other price changes that were happening that meant that I could get exactly where I needed to be, and 1 or 2 price changes were going to make that impossible. So I made those moves even though Dango was going on the bench, and Hall will be going, but yeah, I thought I'd get one more clean sheet out of him before he goes. One of the main reasons obviously for Hall going is that it'll free up some cash with who I'm going to bring in, which is likely to be I think it'll be Hoyce and Bournemouth. Almost certain it'll be Hoyce and Bournemouth. Didn't really want to make that move this week though, and I made there are other moves I want to make. And as we can see with Trent now yellow flagged, one of my doublers. This is one of the problems I'm going to face as I move towards the team that I ideally want to have out in 29, all playing, and at the team that I would actually happy then to take forward out towards the end of the season with the odd tweak here and there. And negotiating the doubles and the blanks using chips. So yeah, my brain is really going on this already. Already, you said what the problem there. Yeah, if I have to remove Trent, do I even worry about bringing in another Liverpool asset, Kanate, whatever, Bradley? I mean, Bradley would probably be the easy replacement, I guess, if I was doing it short term, maybe. But I don't feel anything wants to be short term at the moment. I'm just looking at building my long term to the end of the season team, and just as I say, negotiating the blanks and the doubles around it. Yeah, so already my brain is going on this, as you can see. Anyway, Trent, clean sheet, taken off. We don't know how serious it is. I guess the only blessing we have is that there is about 12 days, I think, between, and a couple of games in between, so maybe we might get some early clues as to whether he is likely to be available. Milenkovic, yeah, freaking hell, we're going to talk more about Notts Forest when let's talk about my strikers. Milenkovic, yeah, clean sheet. Yeah, obviously happy with that, but not happy with the 7-0 and what that did to my rank with a certain Chris Wood. Salah, yeah, it means nothing. Yeah, every point he scored, to be honest with you, was just dropping me in rank. As I said, I've gone from about 270 something to 307, and yeah, I didn't expect anything different. As I said, I'll take 307 if I'm there by the end of this game week. And there's still a long way to go in this game week. There is still a lot more damage can be done to me. There will be more Salah triple captains obviously coming in, and there will obviously, if Moyes did get a result, a draw, or God forbid a win, there's going to be some serious damage done. But hey, this is what that chip does. It is a lottery chip. It is a lottery chip. Parma, we'll see. As I say, again, means little. I mean, the points will look very, very pretty, but it means, it means next to nothing. If he got 5 goals, I doubt it's going to make a difference one way or another to me. And Mbeumo, really gutted that he didn't get anything. That was one of my moves this week. That I brought forward early to bring price changes, that was as poor a performance I think as I've seen from Brentford all season. Well, at home, anyways. I mean, one place you've generally relied on, Brentford. I mean, it's just honestly, I tell you what, my 50-50 decisions, they just are not working. I mean, we'll talk about Wood. So I got rid of Wood. Because I didn't think Brighton was that easy a fixture. It allowed me to do certain things. One, it allowed me to bring in Ndiaye at a low price for the double game week, who would be bench fodder. That enabled me then to do certain things that I've done this week, which was bringing in Mbeumo, just beating price changes and actually getting a team up there that I was very, very happy with, to be honest with you, in the end. I thought, that's okay. And of course, Ndiaye did get his goal. And as I say, create these narratives. Wood very rarely, if ever, gets more than 1 goal. And you look at that move, you think, oh, that's stupid now. What a stupid move that was, Des. But was it really? So many people did it. Some people did it worse than me. Some people actually removed Wood for Gakpo, and then sold Gakpo when when the assistant manager was announced. I mean, that they will be really, really hurting. I mean, I actually thought, even though Wood got his hat trick, I thought, yeah, well, Ndiaye's got a goal. That's okay. He's still got a game week to go. If he gets 1 in that, there's a bit of payback, and because that's enabled, my sort of my Mbeumo move. Then that'll be fine, because Mbeumo's bound to get at least a goal at home, so it'll all balance out. But of course it hasn't. It hasn't at the moment now, unless Ndiaye gets a couple. Because seriously, those you take up that look at those points. If I was putting, because it is actually very, very tight. If you actually look at the scores and the table, etc. I'm actually only about 4 points off a grey arrow, and about 8 points off a reasonably not a massive green, but it's just so tight. It really is just so tight. So listen, the game week's not over. Who the hell knows what might happen yet? Anyway, Mbeumo, yeah, that was a wholly disappointing performance from Brentford. Really, really bad. By the standards that they've set themselves at home. I bring in, against a team I mean, there was a lot of people doubled up on Brentford. A lot of people doubled up on Mbeumo and Wissa, looking for the goal fest against Spurs. It was going to be the goal fest that people were expecting. I expected 2 or 3. Anyway, now we thought Brentford were shocking. Killing me. They're killing me both in FPL and they're killing me in my actual support of them. Nothing to say. Ahmad will be going, and it's not because I still think he's a fabulous player, just in a shit team. Yeah, so the team that I'm building, and these are the things that I'm going to really struggle with. I'm really glad we've got this long break until the next game week. It's about 11-12 days, I think. I think it's about 11-12 days until the end of this game week. So I'm glad it's stretching out away, because there's going to be a lot of thinking to be done, and a lot of that thinking is obviously going to be driven by what happens in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. So at the moment, we do not know who's doubling in 25. We could be thrown into absolute chaos again if let's be honest. These things would not surprise me. If you look at Arsenal's performance against City, Arsenal and Newcastle's performance, in their match this weekend. Who wouldn't bet against Arsenal going there and overturning that 2-0 deficit? Definitely, I wouldn't be putting too much money on it. Newcastle were another some very underperforming teams this weekend. Very underperforming. And Spurs just got clean sheet against one of the highest scoring teams at home in the Premiership. Say that they can't go to Liverpool or repeat that. So if Liverpool and Arsenal suddenly win, oh boy. My instinct will be to do nothing at the moment. We'll look at my bus team in a minute. Just do nothing. You're going to create more chaos for ourselves. We all suddenly, because I think a lot of us have used transfers to accommodate the assistant manager, and bringing in our Liverpool and Everton assets. Try and actually rejig that all again with the big blank coming, and then more blanks coming post 30 and doubles. Yeah, it is really that double on 25. The announcement of that has blown the game apart, as we're seeing this week already. Anyway, yeah, Ahmad will be moving out. I do know the team I want to get to in 29. I think I'm just going to stick down that path. It's going to become what may. I tell you, I've almost got a temptation, and I won't do it, because this really is Des panic mode. It's just a bloody wild card, and just do it, and just get the team there together that I want. Just wild card it. Say, right, what will be will be. Because it's just a mind melting at the moment, trying to keep up with all the changes and announcements, etc. Anyway, I think the biggest disappointment, Watkins. Even after that Wood hat-trick, I had Watkins coming in a really good fixture, and so this is just a game of just such fine margins and luck, isn't it? And of course he goes off. I saw him on camera just a few minutes before half time, just feeling the inside of his thigh. I thought, oh, he's gone. I know that pain. I've had that pain. Not bad. He might be okay, but as soon as you feel it, yeah, no, stop. And that actually, again, so to keep all these injuries that come up, I say, oh yeah, I remember that one. I remember that, because I've had them all in one way, shape or another at various points when I used to play football. So I do know that one, and if it is the one I think it is, I think he might actually be okay. I really hope so, because all I was might just be getting is, particularly with Duran going, and I thought, and Watkins' numbers were not bad on limited minutes for me. He was popping up with his goal and assist most weeks over the last 4 or 5 weeks. I thought, ooh, I could be ahead of the curve here, particularly if Villa are in that double in 25, which at the moment one would say is fairly likely. Now I don't even know if I've got the player, and that is a big blow. That will be a big blow. We'll see. Again, we just have to just now wait and see what unfolds. Really advise. I do normally like to do my transfers early, even though there is a bit of risk involved in it. to try and save, price drops, price rises, etc. But this is definitely going to be one game week where I'm going to wait right to the bitter end, after the FA Cup matches, after the Carabao Cup matches, and yeah, literally leave it up to deadline before making any decisions this time round. I know what I want to do. It's just the question if it's the right thing to do. So we'll see. Isak, people are already selling Isak. Newcastle have blown a bit hot and cold all season. They'll get hot again. And I think a lot of us have got a lot of money wrapped up in Isak. I mean, there may come a point where we have to, there's going to have to be a discussion about Palmer in a few weeks' time if he doesn't start to return in some of these, in theory, easier fixtures. I mean, in fact, he will definitely be gone for me if in the next 4 game weeks we're not seeing a bit of the old flat track bully Palmer. Isak, though, I mean, we were talking about him a week ago as being the best striker in the league, better than Haaland. So, can't see he will find for that blank 29. If they are on that final, he'll just find a place on the bench. I think too much money tied up in there, and I do believe that they'll be fighting for that Champions League place. We'll see. When they're good, they're good. But yeah, they did look pretty ropey, didn't they? And I mean, he popped up with a goal. Could have had 2. He's in a good fixture for the blank 29, so he'll sit on the bench. If I do have a problem, if I do have a problem with Watkins though, and Watkins needs to be benched for a little bit or sold, I don't think I've got too much of a problem with him. Everton are a different team under Moyes. I never thought I'd say it. Their attacking stats are good. I know they were playing a pretty ropey team, but the last few weeks, Everton are on a little bit of a roll. They're keeping clean sheets. They're scoring some goals. Some of the fixtures upcoming are not too bad. I don't want to make any forward transfers, not in the short term. I don't want to do the forward transfers, and that could be, and it's highly likely to be, even despite that result yesterday, highly likely to be Haaland in about 28. But I don't want to make that transfer until then and make a final judgment on it. Haaland has been returning in some easier games, and I know he had about 5 touches of the ball yesterday, but he got a goal away to Arsenal. And as I say, there is a run of fixtures coming for City, and I think I will want to bring in Foden and Haaland. I may change my mind on that, but I've been building towards it. I've worked out the money where I can, literally have, the premium strikers, the premium midfielders, a cut down defence, and I've sort of set that path now. And given the position I'm in, I kind of think it's going to be the differential at the moment. If I look at my team, I did a little look at all the top teams. The only difference I had was that I took an outward. Honestly, all these teams are looking the bloody same again. And in my position, I've only got my wild card left now. There's going to be little to no opportunity for me to gain ground, so I need to get ahead of the curve in some way, shape or form and create differentials of proven Premier League assets that may be difficult if I get ahead of the curve for others to get towards. Because it is really, if I'm going to really try and go for this top 100k, and I'm now sitting at 307, I think in the position I'm in at the moment, it's going to be hard to do it. So it's like go for broke, get back on the plan, get back on track, and get your team of premiums together, run it all through the spreadsheet, try and keep the numbers balanced so you're hitting that 70 average. And I will go in more detail on those numbers maybe in a video later in the week when I've done my spreadsheet. But at the moment, at a quick glance, the leader of FPL currently, game week's not complete, is averaging 74. He's averaging 74. Now that is not higher than normal at this stage of the season. This stage of the season last year, that was an average of 70. 100,000 is averaging just under 66 at 100,000. I'm averaging pretty much bang on 65 as it stands at the moment. That in fact is higher than average. 65, 66 points this stage of the season would normally have you well inside the top 100k. This is not a normal season. It really is not a normal season, and the reason for that is a certain Mo Salah, who keeps doing this week in, week out. Everyone's got him, so everyone, 100% of the game in effect, certainly 100% in those sort of, the engaged managers. They're getting those points week on week, so the averages are much higher than normal. And if he doesn't slow down, that is going to continue. That is undoubtedly going to continue. So I think we could be looking at a winner. I think when I set my 70 point per week target, I'd actually set that as higher than what I needed. I actually think it could actually be close to 70 point average needed to be inside that top 100k by the time we get to the end of the season. I think it's going to end up about 67, 68. We'll see where it is, but it's certainly higher than normal at the moment. So I suspect, it'll be it's going to be very, very high average to get inside that top 100k. So I need to up my averages, because at the moment I'm averaging pretty much bang on 65. So I need to get those averages up somehow and start gaining ground on those above me. Because I'm not just trying to catch one person, I'm trying to catch a couple of 100,000 people. And I need some big weeks. I need a few big weeks. I'm not getting them. I'm sort of hitting close to that 70 most weeks. Getting the big scores, and certainly removing players like Wood a few days before the match day don't help. Hey, could have gone right, could have gone wrong. Unfortunately, it went wrong yet again. Anyway, listen, I'm fed up talking about this bloody thing. It is what it is. On the bench, at least I got my benching decisions right. Odango, he was never coming in for this game week. Gabriel, I was nervous he was going to end up, especially when I saw that scoreline 5-1. I thought, oh, here we go. He's got a brace. Thank God he didn't get anything. And Konza just a 1. And Slot with his 10-pointer. And I guess we're only going to know if that works over the next few weeks. But let's have a look. It's early days yet. There are going to be changes here. This is just the bus team. The problems are fairly apparent there. Problems are pretty apparent there. Team in itself, it's not bad. Pickford away to Palace. Yeah, I'm happy enough with that. So obviously we haven't had the doubles. This is just a very, very quick look at 25. Gabriel, fine. There is potential that could turn into a double. We of course don't know. We'll only know that based on what happens to the Carabao Cup semi-final. Trent, absolutely fine for the fixture, and again could potentially be a really nice double, but is he going to be fit to play? We don't know. Konza, happy enough. I think even though Villa are poor, to bring that in, to bring Konza in for Ipswich home, I'm fine with that. And again, a potential doubler. We just don't know at the moment. Salah, fine. Again, potential doubler, so again fine with that. Palmer away to Brighton. No confidence in Palmer or Chelsea at all at the moment, but Brighton not exactly looking flash either. Bremo, West Ham away. Normally I'd be pretty confident in that, but I think West Ham are improving. In all honesty, I think they're improving a wee bit. Dango, Southampton away, obviously happy with that. I thought, by the way, I know Bournemouth lost 2-0 to Liverpool, but actually, watching them play, I got even more confidence, I think, in bringing in Dango and potentially another Bournemouth asset for this run of good fixtures. I thought they looked very good at times against what is in theory the best team in Europe, certainly the best team in the Premiership by a long way. And Bournemouth could have easily had 2 or 3 goals. Absolutely. I thought Liverpool deserved the win, but at the same time were pretty lucky. Kluivert missed an absolute sitter. Smacked one off the bar. They had some good chances, Bournemouth, and at times they looked really, really good. I think that at the moment, and we know form isn't always permanent. But at the moment, with that run of fixtures that they've got coming, yeah, I'd be, I think we should all be looking to probably double up. But let me do it first, so I can get some traction out of having them. Ahmad, yeah, I mean, Ahmad should and would, because I've got some money in the bank now because of the transfer of Ahmad, would have been the one of the ones potentially going in this coming game week, but I don't know at the moment. Tottenham away. Honestly, we don't know what we're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates. You open it and you get Man United or shit. Watkins, yeah, I mean this was going to be a key fixture for Watkins. Ipswich home, so I just have to hope he's going to be okay for it. And Isak, Man City away. Well, no fears there at the moment, and hopefully Newcastle will be looking for a big bounce back, a big result. So it's just a bus team, and I, at this current time, do not intend to move my assistant manager's chip. Every single transfer is precious to me at the moment as I work towards 29, and that's going to be the big call I've got to make after these Carabao Cup semi-finals. And looking at my injuries, is do I think right now just going to stick with the plan? And if Trent is injured, actually Trent would have been one of the ones moving out anyways to become a cash cow for the things that I want to do to move towards the Foden and the Haaland, etc. And at the moment I'm thinking, you know what, that's the way I'm going to go. It's just in the lap of the gods. You make transfers planning for these double game weeks and things like that, and sometimes they work out and sometimes they don't. I think my differentiator is that just let the chaos unfold and just stick to my plan. It may end up in a good plan or a bad plan. We don't know, and I don't know. Nobody knows. All I know is if I had my time again, I wish we could start the season again at the moment. It's just yeah, double game. It was a real killer, wasn't it? Listen, I've had a look through our own mini league. Some great scores in there, guys. Some of you have done really, really well, and some like me are crying into your coffee. But it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Ndiaye could come in with a hat-trick against Liverpool, and I'll be back. I was a bit of a long waffle, guys. I am literally not that long out of bed. It's actually 4 in the afternoon here in New Zealand, but I've had two nights in a row of no sleep watching football, so you don't have to. Yeah, good games. Some good games and some terrible games. And we'll just see where we are after these Carabao Cup matches. And then we will get ready for battle once again. Take care, have fun, play your own game, don't panic. See you soon. Bye.